The tracker? Nah. Tracking's something field agents do. And I think we both agree that here's my domain.
You're right, Horace. I'm sorry for taking your time.
Grow a pair! Grow a
Well,
pattern!
I tried.
Big boom, big boom, big boom.
Well, Turn. I have to say I'm impressed with how well your little newbie has taken to the field.
I think you mean Noomy, sir?
I think I know what I meant. Now, I understand Sebastian had a few qualms about coming back to work with us.
He was pretty clear he didn't want to see you.
Called you a monster, too. Amongst other things.
Well, he's been through a lot. Though I have no idea what he has against me. I'm the one who sent you to save him.
According to him, he went missing 5 years ago. So your response seems a little late.
If that's the case, I'd love to meet the imposter who's been cashing his checks for him. Ask Turn, he's seen the pay stubs.
It's true, up until last week.
He seemed pretty far along in his work for someone who's only been there a week.
Then you can see why we wanted him back. The man's a genius, a true disruptor.
Maybe a little too much of a disruptor?
I'm not sure what you're implying, Miss Kovacs, but I suggest you tread lightly.
You'll have to forgive Noomy. She's a little overexcited after her first time in the field.
In that case, perhaps she should stick to assistant duties for the time being.
I'll keep that in mind.
Now then, I'd like to visit Sebastian in person. I trust you have his whereabouts?
What do you want with him?
So suspicious! I appreciate your dedication to your craft, but there is such a thing as overkill.
She's new to this, Arthur. Cut her some slack.
Well, if you can't trust your employer, who can you trust?
I completely agree. You'll find him in a shipping container on Pier 11. Lime green. Can't miss it.
Sounds like Sebastian really has gone mad then. Living in a shipping container like a common wastrel? I'll do my best to try and talk some sense into him. Get him back on the winning team, so to speak. Thank you both for your exceptional work. Especially you, Noomy.
That was a good move back there. Selling out Sebastian will make things a lot easier between you and Finderbrook.
I was just doing my job.
Take it easy. I'm not judging you. We're corporate spies. Selling out is our business.
That's a pretty grim way of looking at things.
You got that right. Would you mind getting that?
Hello?
All right, where are you keeping him?
Excuse me?
Sebastian! He's gone missing. They checked the surveillance tape at the pier and he was taken away by 2 guys in masks.
What do these guys look like?
I just said they were wearing masks, dummy.
That's crazy.
Of course it is. Is that why you make them wear them? So I sound like a lunatic when I try to tell people about it?
If that's the plan, it's working.
Yeah, laugh it up. First you break into our facility, then you destroy our creation, and now you're picking us off one by one?
We had nothing to do with this.
You're the only person who knows where we're hiding. If you didn't, who did?
We'll look into it.
You better hurry. Who knows what these goons could be doing to him? Just stay away from me, okay? The last thing I need is more of you in my life.
Lacey, wait. Is there a number I can reach you at if I find anything out?
No. From now on, I'm just gonna live with my mother and lead a quiet, boring, normal life away from all your meddling.
We need to find out where they're holding him.
And how do you suppose we do that?
We could just ask him.
What a terrific idea. I'm sure he'd be more than willing to confess to kidnapping. You know, a mind like yours is really being wasted here in the private sector.
All right. What's your brilliant idea?
Our best bet is to plant a tracker on Penderbrook and see where it takes us. Thornton, send Hab to my office, please.
He's away on vacation this week.
Doesn't your ID card have a tracker?
We only give them the field agents, so we only have the one. Hold on. Thornton, send in Horace, please.
Very well.
There's my favorite desk jockey. What's going on?
Yes, well, Numi and we need to borrow your ID card.
I ain't falling for that again. You got an ID card of your own. You don't need mine.
I need the tracker.
The tracker? Nah. Tracking something field agents do. And I think we both agree that here's my domain.
You're right, Horace. I'm sorry for taking your time.
Grow a pair! Grow a
Well,
pattern!
I tried.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
If he doesn't want to give it up, I don't want to make him upset.
You're
Make
the
him
boss!
upset? You're his boss. If he doesn't do what you say, you should fire him.
I can't do that. Let's just wait until next week when Hab comes in.
You are openly bald now. He doesn't have anything over you anymore.
Thornton, send Horace back in.
He's on his way.
What now, Turnerino?
Sorry to bother you. It's just the tracker on your key card. It's company property, and I need it.
I already told you once. Now don't make me tell you twice.
Well, in that case, I have no choice but to help me out here.
Grow a pair?
Hit the bricks, pal. You're done.
What was that?
You're fired. Finished. Finito. Thank you for your service. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Ooh, that felt good.
Nice try. I'm not going anywhere, sweetie.
I'm sorry, Numi. It's impossible for me to talk down to a guy with such a thick head of hair. Oh, especially looking the way I do.
I guess we're just gonna have to make Horace bold. I guess.
Hello?
You know, you really should have mentioned you had a background in advertising. That might have put you over the top.
Excuse me?
That stunt you pulled with my recruitment flyer. My team tells me you saved me hundreds of dollars on classified ads. Plus, I got to snatch Turn's whole workforce out from under his nose. Pretty nice piece of payback for the way he threw me under the bus.
It's horrible what he did to you.
Pretty immature, wasn't it? But I suppose it's all water under the bridge. Tell me, is he still sporting that rug?
He got rid of it, actually.
So there's hope for him after all.
So? You gonna hire me or what?
Easy there, hotshot. I'm not that vindictive. You're all he has right now, and from what I gather from your former coworkers, he's in way over his head.
What do you mean?
I've been talking to some of his former employees, and it sounds like Penderbrook's mixed up in something bad. Almost every invention they've looked into over the last 20 years leads to a dead end. Always the same story. Inventor goes missing, company folds, and the invention dies on the vine. Do you know anything about this?
Yes, we just extracted an employee who started his own company, and he's already been abducted.
That's the pattern, but it doesn't make any sense. Most companies want to steal ideas, not stop them altogether. Why is he putting all these resources to get something he's not gonna use?
Maybe he doesn't want the competition.
But stealing these inventions would give him a competitive edge. It's like the only thing he cares about is stopping it. Do me a favor and try to keep your eyes open over the next couple weeks. If you come up with any good leads, I might be able to bend that rule about 2 years experience.
Really?
Really?
Okay, so we're gonna...
Why won't you listen to Turn?
You don't think I see the way the wind is blowing? First, he puts you in the field. Then, he takes my leverage by ditching the rug. Next thing you know, I'm back in the mailroom hoping for my big break. Telling him no every once in a while is the best way to keep him in line.
Have you ever considered shaving your head?
Have you?
I have. Could I, try picking your pocket again?
You must think I'm a real dum-dum, don't you?
Well, you're fired.
Says who?
Turn. He asked me to tell you.
I'm gonna have to hear that from his mouth if I'm gonna believe it.
I'm done talking to you.
Well, it's about time.
Even after all that work, all our history together, she still won't speak to me.
Who won't speak to you?
My darling, sweet Lacey Wacy. We were supposed to be married before she lost her mind and left me at the altar.
Who?
See how happy we were?
You were engaged to Lacey Mendoza?
I was hoping once this Rev nonsense fell through, she'd be humbled enough to come back to me. But I fear your meddling has only made matters worse.
Why did Lacey leave you?
She didn't like that I was following in Daddy's footsteps. But it's not like I had a choice. This life was thrust upon me. This wretched, awful life.
Your life doesn't seem so bad.
Oh, it's all just surface. Sure, I had money, looks, power. But what's the point of being impressive if you have nobody to impress?
Wow. So you actually have feelings.
Yeah, feelings.
Unfortunately.
Why did Lacey join Rev in the first place?
She didn't like the way our company operates and wanted to fight against it. But that's only because she doesn't understand how the real world works. Everything needs to be fair and just in her eyes. And to think that it was her idealism that drew me to her in the first place.
What's wrong with the way Penderbrook does business?
That's exactly what I told her. You know, I was wrong about you, Numi. You really are a lot more practical than you seem.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Not unless you can convince her to go against every belief she holds dear.
So I guess the answer is no.
I don't know what you're capable of. You've only been here a week.
Can I have a cup of coffee, please?
I'm going through a personal crisis, and your biggest concern is coffee? You're even more heartless than me.
But coffee!
Sorry. Never mind. Why don't you quit your job?
Lacey's objections go beyond issues of career. They have to do with something I was born into, something I didn't even have a say in.
I have to go.
Before you Hugo, could you do me a kindness? Take this invitation out of my sight. I've been calling her mommy's place all day, and I think it's best to avoid further temptation.
Okay, so he's so reluctant to give me coffee that I'm inclined to think I need coffee. So
I have a plan on how to find Sebastian.
What's that?
You have to get back together with Thornton.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How is playing hard to get with Sebastian going to help free him from his abductors?
We're going to plant a tracker on Penderbrook to find out where he's keeping him, but it's best if we have someone on the inside.
I'm just a production manager, not a secret agent. Why would I want to do that?
Do you really think that sitting around and waiting is going to help?
No.
And what have you got to lose? Even if this doesn't help you find Sebastian, maybe you can find a way to change things from the inside. Convince the Penderbrooks to change their ways. Thornton seems pretty desperate to talk to you again.
Fine. I'll call Thornton, but I'm drawing the line at handholding. Honestly, I have no idea what I saw in him in the first place.
Me? Either. Good luck on your mission, Agent Mendoza.
That's really cute, but you should know that your side is the second last one I want to be on.
What's the first?
His.
okay, I tried, Thornton. I tried.
Oh, Lacey, it's true, isn't it? Absence really does make the heart grow fonder. So I take it you've changed your mind about the way my family conducts its, affairs? Oh, that's wonderful news. We're just about to have our next gathering, and I know Daddy would love to see us back together. Actually, I shouldn't be talking about this over the phone. Tell me where you are, and I'll come get you right away. Excellent. See you soon, my sweet. Numi Kovacs, you really are a miracle worker.
Happy I could help.
I'd love to repay you, but Lacey's agreed to meet me, and one mustn't keep the lady waiting. Tell you what, help yourself to some freshly brewed coffee, and once I'm back, I'll treat you to the finest meal a food truck can offer. Oh, I can't wait to start making up for lost time.
He's just a tad.
Gross.
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. Ooh, there's a bathroom.
Marvelous mane. Whether 4 legs or 2, we'll add thickness to your dew. It's a shampoo for horses. Must belong to Horace.
Have an idea.
It's a long shot, but maybe this will even the playing field. Hope you like your coffee hot.
Oh, look what you did to my duds. Now I'm gonna have to go shower and change.
Wait! Go see Turn first.
Oh, that's cute. It thinks it can tell me what to do. You want to keep doing this all day, that's fine by me. I love having an excuse to print.
Yeah, you really look great.
Business as usual.
Yikes.
What?
Nothing. I just wanted to talk to you for a second.
Well, I've had about enough of these shenanigans. This better be about a mission.
Pack your things.
Now we're talking. Where are you sending me?
The unemployment office.
I don't follow you.
Which is exactly why I'm firing you. Numi and I will be handling the field from now on.
You think you two can replace me? Neither of you got what I bring in the looks department.
Oh, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Hand your keycard to Numi on your way out. Here's how we'll play it. You distract Penderbrook for as long as you can, and I'll plant the tracker on him. Any questions?
Why can't I pick his pocket?
He knows and trusts me. You hovering around him would just put him on edge.
How should I distract him?
Get on his good side and keep him talking. Pendy likes to keep things short, but he'll open up if you find a common interest.
What if we get caught?
Then we get fired. Hopefully it won't come to that.
Let's do this.
Okay, so we need to find a common interest.
To Arthur. All the best, Pierre Lapierre. Delacroix Grand Prix, 1947.
Yeah, he likes Grand Prix stuff, it looks like. So maybe if I talk to him about
Well, if it isn't my two finest agents. I just spoke to Sebastian, and he's really getting used to life above ground. That was some amazing work, considering it's only your first week.
You can thank Numi for that. She did most of the legwork. Wow. I never appreciated what a fantastic view you have here. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
By all means.
Well, I noticed you're a fellow fan of Pierre Lapierre.
Ah, a woman who knows her car history. Did you second place?
With a car like that, you'd think he'd come in first place.
Ah, but he did come in first. Unfortunately, the judges deducted points for unsportsmanlike behavior. The old scamp was caught trying to let air out of an opponent's tires before the race. But he won fair and square after they were refilled.
I like his initiative.
Well, if everybody played by the rules, we wouldn't need the likes of you and Mr. Turner over here now, would we?
Very true, sir.
Now, that can't be the only reason you came down here.
Quite the heat wave we're having, huh?
I hadn't noticed.
Oh yeah, it's a real scorcher out there.
Well, as much as I'm enjoying this conversation, I have some business to attend to, and I'm going to have to ask you in turn to leave. Turn?
Well, I noticed you're a fellow fan of Pierre Lapierre.
Ah, a woman who knows her car history. You're going to fit in here just fine. Did you know my father personally handcrafted the car that won him his first major award? Second place at the 47 Delacroix Grand Cup. After that, he refused to race anything but a Penderbrook.
with a car like that, you'd think he'd come in first place.
But he did come in first. Unfortunately, the judges deducted points for unsportsmanlike behavior. The old scamp was caught trying to let air out of an opponent's tires before the race. But he won fair and square after they were refilled.
I like his initiative.
Well, if everybody played by the rules, we wouldn't need the likes of you and Mr. Turner over here now, would we?
Very true, sir.
Now, that can't be the only reason you came down here.
Quite the heat wave we're having, huh?
I hadn't noticed. Turn? Turn? Ah, you're right behind me. Were you even listening to any of this?
Did it!
Sorry, I didn't space out when Numi rambles on like this. We just came by to tell you that your son is working hard to restaff the office, and everything should be up and running by next week.
Very good. Now, if there isn't anything else you want to discuss, I do have a plane to catch.
We'll show ourselves out.
See that you do.
Great. Now that he's gone, we can use his machine to see where he's headed. All right. Now to just pinpoint Penderbrook's location. Uh-oh. Looks like he's on the move. Where is he headed? Sure is making a lot of pit stops. He's definitely taking the scenic route. Gotcha! Now to just fire up that helicopter.
Horace? What are you still doing here?
Tried heading home, but it turns out my landlord kicked me out a couple months back. And here I thought you only had to pay rent for the times you're actually there.
No, that's a hotel.
Life on the road really can mess a fellow up.
Are you saying you're homeless now?
Oh,
I
I
prefer to think of myself as sleeping with the pigeons. Though I'm not sure how these guys can stand it under all those fellas. I'm sweltering up here in this heat.
We can't have you hanging around the building if you don't work here anymore.
Oh, come on, Turnerino. I got nowhere else to go.
You, still know how to fly a chopper?
You still have a position in the field for me?
I kind of filled it already, but I guess I could.
No! What's wrong with you? He's been blackmailing you for years.
Yeah, but his hair's grown back.
Show some spine.
You're right. No, you can't have your old job back. Helicopter only.
It has air conditioning.
Good enough for me. Let's go.
Dumb things on street. So many dumb things on street. Dumb